Today is the grand opening of the new vegetarian eco-friendly venture, the Hog Roast Cafe. Cherwell's here to find out more. What's been your favourite part of the day so far?
Favourite part of the day? Probably standing over there and looking out, all the people sat down in the sun, just out of Oxford, in a nice field, and thinking that yeah, this could happen again over the summer. Maybe a bit more organised. Kind of ran out of food early, so I missed the food. That was a shame. Would have been nice to have a bit of food out here.
Have you tried any of the food or tea or anything that's being made here?
Tea. I had the Oxford brew. The Oxford brew is quite nice, but I didn't have any food because I've just been serving it all day, so I have no idea what it tastes like. But it smelled really good.
I sneaked in a samosa before everyone got here, and it was really tasty. So
Shocker.
It's good food.
How did you come up with the idea?
I met Ben, who runs who's manager of like all this land, and he was talking about this empty pavilion, and like lots of the people he found at Oxgrow and stuff had been, they'd kind of, I think, had this idea of like the possibility of having a cafe, and it's just a really like it just kind of ticked all the boxes, you know. It would be a great way to use all the food that we grow, a great way to generate a bit of money for like projects on the common, a great way to bring more people down here and like have a sense of community and like encourage people to visit the land who maybe don't want to dig but like want to just come down here and hang out. And kind of like really fulfills all our aims for sort of education as well, because we've got our library and we're going to have like events down here and a community kitchen and that kind of thing.
Could you explain a little bit more about how your cafe is super eco-friendly and super ethical?
Okay, so all our food is sourced really locally, so we either grow it on the land over there or we get it from local suppliers with the farmers market. We get some food from the food bank. We do a lot like using stuff other people don't want, so like other like vegetables people have too much of, or like waste food and stuff. All our food waste goes on to make compost for the allotment. And then in terms of energy, we've got our wind turbine where we get all our energy from. And just everything we do, we try and do as eco-friendly as possible. So like we don't use tea bags, we use tea sacks, which are like entirely biodegradable. We don't use ice because that's a really energy intensive thing to do.
And so you guys, like eco-friendly, do you support this whole thing or?
Yes. I like to think I am, but I don't think I'm as proactive in my eco-friendliness as they are. So it's good. It's like,
yeah, I'd like to be more eco-friendly, but I think that Maddie's really pro the whole eco thing, and I think it's really good how she's got the wind farm and all the kind of farm stuff. I think it's really good. Like, it's kind of inspired me to probably be less detrimental to the environment.
How have things been going so far? Are you pleased with things, how things have turned out?
Today, yeah, I'm really pleased. Like, I think we should have had more food, but I never imagined this many people would come. So it would have been great to have more food, but we didn't, and I think it's fine, and people seem to have had a really good time, so I'm thrilled, yeah. And the sun shone, and everyone who I wanted to came, and loads of other people came too, and so it couldn't really have gone any better.
Today has proved to be a successful start for this innovative project. This eco-friendly cafe is a great new asset and contribution to the Oxford community and has brought people together for a worthy cause. This is Emily Miller reporting for the Cherwell Online.